After that, you have to go back to being, oh, sorry that you forced me to do that, but please listen, you know, and I won't have to do that. I said, please don't. This is the game you have to play. It's a psychological BS game, but it's necessary. And it takes a tremendous amount of discipline. Tremendous amount. Because all of us, I don't care how professional you get, all of us are controlled by emotions. When you let emotions start to leak into this, remember the disengage or penetrate type of conversation we were having? You might have to disengage if the best you can. Because if your emotions get tied into it and you just see red, you're going to go way far excess. And you're going to have to pay for that. Okay? So what's the next one? Alleviate the pressure on compliance, like I was talking about. Should become effective within what? 3 seconds is what they say. Who's the scientist behind it? I say it's different person to person. Subject's thought process must be what? Cognitive of pain. What does that mean?
Dopamine, not going to.
PCP, any other type of chemical induction, drunkardness, whatever. You'll be compliant on these guys. It's amazing how drunkards can survive a car crash, a devastating car crash.
And never spill the drink.
And never spill the drink. Ah! You know, they're walking on broken femurs. I'm just like, okay, yeah, pain compliance has a lot to do with chemical induction. That also has a lot to do with, again, totality of circumstances, when you comply, when you don't. How you talk, how you don't. When to pull your weapon system, when you don't. All right, number 2. Distraction techniques, or also known as preparatory action. I've told you guys when we were doing some ground control tactics and things like that, we were starting to talk about wrist locks and things. I'm going to use her for wrist lock. Oh. She has a wrist brace on. She's the one. Now remember what I told you, never show your enemy pain. Your pain, so come here.
Yeah, I shot last week, didn't show me any pain.
No, you did not.
Torn apart.
You did not. Your shot pattern did, but you did not. Give me my $20 right after class. All right, so preparatory action. Anytime you want to do some type of submission hold, it could be a wrist lock or whatever. A lot of times, you guys, you just can't walk up to somebody and grab their wrist and try to crank on it. You're going to have to do something to get their mind off of that. Okay? A lot of times what I do, they call it the Winchester at my other class. As soon as I grab on to somebody, I kick them in the shin. I'm like, right away. Why? Because that's like, ugh. And it's like, ugh. And down they go. It's just a preparatory action. It's getting their mind off of their attack. Like a kiss on the cheek. Come here. Oh, come here. I'm just trying to hug you. Because distractions can be verbal as well as physical. Okay? Distraction techniques should precede all joint locks. Distraction techniques last about 3 seconds, sometimes less, sometimes more. Distraction techniques require what? Immediate follow-up. Immediate. Balance displacement. Huge. James, I'm going to let you talk about this one. Balance displacement is huge, guys. Huge. Physics. Remember I said you all are warrior scientists now. What we study is warrior science. Because that's all it is. If it's a science of the mind, if it's a science of the spirit, if it's science physiologically, it doesn't matter. So how do we displace balance? Well, Aikidoists do it all the time. And I took Aikido, things like that. You use the energy that the adversary is giving you against them. That's what they do. So Dalton gets up here, and he's going to grab me by the shoulder, and as he grabs me, I take it. This is something that's totally different from a lot of things that we are naturally taught. Naturally, we want to get away from the situation. It takes training to grab and suck them in like a whirlwind, like a whirlpool. So balance is disruption. As soon as they start pushing, this is what happens a lot of times. We push against the push. We pull against the pull. That's just natural reaction. All right? But if someone pushes and then you have to go with it, There's that hit again. You got to learn how to take certain things. Now, there you go. So his weight now is getting distributed over what? You want to take their center and not give it back. Okay? Don't.
That's a pretty little dance you got going on right
It's like, almost like it's funky chicken.
there.
Don't give them their center back. Once they give it to you. Who of us have ran so fast that our body got ahead of us and we fell down? That's what you're doing. That's what you're doing. You're taking that away from them and you're redirecting them. And you keep running. Okay? So, leverage should be applied above the joints. That's something that Mr. James talked about a lot. When you want to kick someone's knee, kick above the joint. When you want to lock them, don't lock them down here. Lock them up here. So all these locks need to be above the joints the best you can, even if you want to hyperextend them. Leverage should be maximized by using what? Your center. Your center. You have to keep your center. If you lean too far forward, you're giving it to them. Okay, that's why we have the interview positions. That's why when we go to red, everything is widened and our center lowers. Okay, just because I lean in doesn't mean my center is off. Because this is where, you see where my leg is so far forward. My center is still here. Now it isn't. There's a difference. Okay? We'll get into more of that stuff when we get into more hands-on. All right, motor dysfunction. What does this mean? Motor dysfunction. Guys, please understand, neurologically, that's electrical impulses in your body.
You want to hit those places.
You can hit these to help absorb energy and also cause and inflict pain. Some of you guys who have studied nerve striking and things like that understand. And they're all over your body. The pressure points are all over your body. It's amazing on where they are located close to the joints. Okay? When I was teaching the nuclear security company, they also would do some type of close quarter protections and things like that. And when your principal did not move, let's say an active shooter happens, and let's say that you even have some worshipers with you at the time, and an active shooter comes out, move, and they won't move. You have to physically grab a hold of them, and knowing where these nerve clusters are will help dramatically for them to do what you want them to do. Because a lot of times they're not going to hear you. Auditory exclusion happens. Your rationale goes away. Theirs will. Yours better not. Okay? So sometimes you have to grab them, and they had to do it to me. But there's a nerve cluster right off the side of the neck, around the sternomastoid muscle and the joint right here around the jaw. And I sacrifice my body for the education of others, yes. So occasionally you'll have a chance to do that to me where it hurts. And then what does hurt? You plant that into that nerve cluster, you move them as you're engaging your adversary. Okay? Striking must utilize the fluid shockwave principle. I love principle, right? Where's the end, Brian? Principle. Okay? So, the fluid shockwave principle. Fluid shockwave is pretty much just a fancy way of saying kinetic energy. All right? Kinetic energy. It has to also do with a lot of brute force. Okay? And how you're ergonomically lined up, just like how you're shooting a gun. If you're not ergonomically lined up when you're shooting a gun, don't expect much with the bullet pattern, the bullet placement. Okay? See, sometimes you have to strike these hands and nerves, and some people consider a block as a block, but actually a lot of people, when you learn where these nerve clusters are, your blocks is also part of offensive movements. You're zapping their energy as they're coming in. You're breaking them down psychologically and physically, and haven't even done your part yet. You defended yourself. That's another reason why a lot of older kung fu types and things like that used to work on iron body conditioning. All right, people walking by this monk monastery and seeing these monks meditate while they're hanging from a tree from their neck. That's not normal. Well, they're not. They condition. And you guys need not to be normal either. You guys have to condition yourself also. Because you're going to be going through a lot of stressors that normal people won't be able to handle. Okay? All right, they should be delivered with full body rotation. Rotate. Rotate your bodies, not just your arm. It's not just your appendage just doing it. You have to rotate your body. You also have to utilize gravity to assist you with these techniques. All right? Someone comes in, it's just not my arms pushing them down. It's my body using gravity to help force them down. Like when you sprawl inside of some guy tries to do a double leg takedown. You sprawl, it's not just your arms doing it. You're taking to the ground. You're allowing the gravity assist. All right, so we talked a lot about that. Who's ready to get the more advanced firearm stuff?
Yeah.
Give me a second. It's way down here. Combat glide. Pay attention to combat glide, please. We're going to be working on that. Bore sight lasers and stuff like that will help you.
I've got the bore
All
sight
these different
laser
shooting
too.
positions, we will be doing it. What's that?
I've got that bore sight laser with me too.
If you wouldn't mind, put the bore sight laser in your gun real quick while I try to find this. We have one-hole drills. That's what the OHD means, one-hole drill. One-hole drill means one-hole drill. That's what I want. Your target no longer is here. Your target is no longer here. Your target is now here. Fundamentals of marksmanship. That's how you do it. You're going to be doing not only deploying and retaining your weapon systems, your weak eye, strong eye drills. Those are coming. If you go right hand, you will use your right eye. If you go left hand, you will use your left eye. You got to get used to that.
I struggled with that on the range last week because I hadn't shot with both eyes open.
It's going to take time, guys. We're going to be looking at multiple dry run drills. I'll be bringing in some barricades to make us work on the different shooting positions. Controlled pair drills. That's what the CPD is. Controlled pairs. Do not confuse controlled pairs with hammered pairs. All right, hammered pairs is you only have one sight, picture, 2 shots. So I pull up on him, pa-pa! That's a hammered pair. Marine Corps loves it all the time. Let's do hammered pairs. Hammered pairs. A lot of the more tier 1 type operators, counter-terrorist guys and things like that, they use more controlled pairs. Why? Because you have 2 sight pictures to 2 shots. I have a sight picture, boom, I have a sight picture, boom, I take the shot. Now, how quick you get those 2 shots out depends on your dedication to practice. These guys practice thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of rounds. So don't think for a second that they don't have 2 sight pictures, pop, pop, as they're hitting it. Because everything you do, it has to be controlled. If it's not controlled, someone innocent got hit. Okay? So those are coming. 3-dot drop drills. So we got a lot of drills to cover, guys. All right, target engagements. Let's talk about target engagement. First thing I want to talk about is point shooting, or natural zero. Point shooting or natural zero. What is point shooting, do you think? We've been doing this, guys, since we were kids. I like that shirt. Yeah. You know, terrible haircut. But no, that's what we've been doing this whole time that we've been young. Guys, in a close quarters conflict, you most likely won't have a chance to get your sight picture off. You won't have a chance to get that. So we have to look at low points and natural point of zero. Natural point of zero is a little more complicated because it also comes down to repetition of your shooting positions. If you get used to certain shooting positions, you will feel different types of reference points with your body. Okay? If you shoot here and you come down here, you'll feel once my shoulders hit, I'm ready to go. Because a lot of times my gun is the last thing that comes online. My body should already be in shooting position, and the last thing that comes online is my weapon system getting on target. Okay? So point shooting. As you guys can see, I went through the safety precaution, got my paracord in it. Okay, so we have high point, extended, high point compressed. Low point, extended, low point compressed. Okay, so low point, extended. Now you guys already know the 4-count draw, right? Okay, so low point extended can be here. I'm still pointing at you. Okay, I'm still pointing at you. I can hit you from here. I guarantee you I can hit you from here. Unless, now watch, if I have my elbows way out here, do you think this is going to be stabilized? No. Get your elbows in and stay tight. That's how it stays. That has less wobble and give and more accuracy. Okay? Low point compressed. This is when they're on top of you, almost to the point where you have to go to the number 2 position. You remember that? Okay? Low point extended. Extended out. My elbows are still where? Elbows are still in, guys. They're touching my body, but I'm still pointing. When we start room clearing and things like that, yeah, occasionally you have to what? What I just did, lean. If I don't want my leg to flag and I'm here and I'm coming out, then you can extend if there's what? No threat. Low point compressed, low point extended. High point extended. I have no sight picture here, guys. That's not a sight picture. That's just me pointing, and I'm a higher point. All right, then you have high point compressed. You guys seen this in John Wick, I'm sure.
Get them, John.
All right, now you're getting to high point compressed. Why? Because who has been in a single wide trailer and you go back in the back rooms? That's pretty tight. Yeah, death through walls, absolutely. But that's pretty tight. You've got to stay compressed as much as possible. But guys, everywhere you look, get this through your head. Everywhere you look, your muzzle needs to look. Sorry. Okay? Try your best not to flag innocence. Try your best. But let me tell you something. I've seen people killed due to reactionary gap of that transitional space. If I'm here, all right, and he's my adversary, and I'm here and he comes around the corner, and my gun's still facing this way, what good is this thing right now? It's not.
Paperweight.
He already has 3 rounds off. Pop, pop, pop. That quick. Guys, listen, a lot of people are very uncomfortable pointing guns at people. Yes, I understand. You guys are no longer in a normal shooting audience. You guys are no longer in this audience. What do you think you're going to be shooting?
It ain't Fred sitting back here on the back road.
What do you think? What do you think? Yeah, you're going to be shooting people. I mean, I see it all the time. Even in this group, they cringe when they're pointing their weapon systems at somebody. They cringe. Why? Because we were always taught not to. Guys, I'm slowly leading you guys into the dark regions of the mind where we were always told not to go, not to do. You're going to have to get comfortable with this. Bad guys don't give a squat about you. They don't give a squat about your church. They don't give a squat about themselves. That's why they're even doing it.
Might be what they want you to do.
They might be want a suicide by cop. You guys know that. They might want that. Guys, and out there in the world right now, especially with this COVID bullcrap, 70% of psychological casualties that's a huge increase. People are losing their minds, and now they're getting medicated, and then you have side effects on that, and then there's a lot of things you guys are going to have to deal with here at the church. It's not just a small group. You guys are protecting how many people?
Thousands.
Thousands. I heard almost 3,000 people. Look at you. Look at this room. Really? You guys ready to take that? I'm glad, because you guys are here. Can you wrap your head around this full operation? My job, and some of the assistants, some of the other professionals inside the crowd, we're going to do the best we can to try to get you guys fully understanding the complexity of what the hell is going on. Low-light operations, we're going to be doing stuff right now in just broad daylight with well-lit areas and things like that. It's going to get even worse when they're in the worship service. What? Time is life. Don't forget that. So, you have low point compressed, low point extended, high point, and high point compressed, right? You don't need a sight picture. This is going to come in crucial when you get into close quarters. Okay? Index finger stays straight on the firearm's frame. That's another reason why we use a fist grip. My support hand, my fingers are down like this. See how far my fingers are down on my support grip? Because I use my thumb also to help assist with pointing. All right? Martial arts punch like this? No, they punch like this. That's another reason why your firearm handle is angled. for ergonomic efficiency and displacement of what? Energy. That naturally puts the fist where a martial arts knows it's supposed to hit, with the big knuckles. All right? My support hand now, yes, this is good safety. Keep your booger hook off the bang bang switch, right? But it's also a good thing for your support hand to be on the other side of the frame. Now I have my thumb pointing, I have my index pointing, and plus, this one here is fighting your natural ability to turn the muzzle. Because in natural ergonomics, guys, you're going to turn the muzzle at the 3 position. It's going to have to happen naturally. You need to keep it perpendicular to your chest. And that thumb driving moves that muzzle where? Straightens it up. Keep your elbows tight unless you want to get shot off. Keep them tight. Okay? Just as we have done since you were young, I talked about that, we pointed. Let's keep going here. Okay, moving on. Conditions of readiness, mental prep. I'm not going to go too much over this. A lot of you guys should already know this. White means what? Yellow means what?
Alert.
Alert but alert but relaxed.
Yeah.
When you're out and about, you should be alert and relaxed, not paranoid. What is orange?
Alert. Specific.
Alert specific. Maybe the eyes in the sky called you on the radio. Hey, you got this. Can you check this out? Yes. But don't do this while you're working security. Be discreet. All right, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. Target engagements. What do you guys know about target engagements? It's all right, professionals, to speak up to. What does target engagement mean? Well, everything. Target engagement. So you have what? You have to look at multiple things. First thing you look at is what? Target or targets. How many are you talking about? When you guys approach a vehicle, how many people are in the vehicle? Where are they located? Are they shifting around about? Are they moving too much? Where are their hands at? Well, I can't see them until I get there. Welcome to the OODA loop. A lot of times these guys are behind the curve, and there's nothing you can do about it. That's the totality of circumstances. They don't know that the guy that they just pulled over just got out of prison, he ain't going back. Right? They don't know that. And they still have to keep the same composure as if it was normal John or Jane or whoever's in the car. And you still have to treat them with the same respect, never knowing that in a split second they could have a gun in their face. But it's their fault, right? It's your all's fault. I just want to say that. Target and target, you've got to think about that. Distance. Distance can save your life and it also can kill you. Know where they're at in proximity. All right? Time is not on your side. Take it back. Take it back. Take time back. Target condition. What does that mean? Target condition.
If they're drunk or how they're acting.
Maybe just start what's around the target.
Target's condition. You guys pretty much nailed it. Target response. That's not a good sign. That's the target response. Hey, let me see your hands! Whoop. Okay, I'll show you what's in my hands. That's why everyone, a lot of law enforcement military operators, watch their hands. Watch their hands. I want to go home. And who watched that old show SWAT? One of the movies, actually, not the original series, but one of the older
Some of the
movies.
ones calling in it.
Yeah, and there was the female, when they were driving down the road, they said, what are you doing? She said, I'm washing their hands, I want to go home. Wash their hands. They're going to use their hands to do any type of harm to you. Wash their hands. Don't be fixated though, people. Don't fixate. Number of rounds fired, good luck. I'm going to tell you that right out of the gate. Good luck.
Very hard to keep up with.
When you're out there taking fire and then you're shooting some and how many rounds you shoot? Are you serious? All I know is I'm not hit.
When I reload, I know I'll shot it.
Yeah, my slide's not locked back. I'm good. Well, we have a pause. Okay, attack reload. Get back online. Target standard response. What is a target standard response? If you see a target, your standard response in addressing your target. Now we're talking about firearms only right now. It has been said before, there's controlled pairs to the center of the largest mass. Have you all heard that before? Controlled pairs to the center of the largest mass. Get it out of your head. Get it out of your head. It's the most available target.
Shoot anything.
It's their most available target. That's another reason why we have the BSA drills with triangles. That's why we have the one-hole drill. Don't take the shot unless you know you have it. Okay? So if I'm up here, oh, you guys, get down! Get down!
No shooting anything.
Oh, yeah. This guy's about to drop. Do you ever see what happens to a hip bone when a bullet hits it? Ah! You know? Again, time is on their side until you take it back. Okay? Because I could be sitting here shooting people, and if you take that shot, do you not think that's going to interrupt him pulling the trigger? Okay? Standard target response. 2 rounds to the center of the most available target, or to the hips. Guys, plate carrier systems are relatively available. Okay? So if the Afghanis and the Iraqis and all these guys who are doped up can grab a piece of metal and tape it to their chest, that's what our warriors were facing after a while. If they can get it, these guys can get it. If they really want to. That's another reason why we also look at the hips. And guys, here's another touching subject. You got to get used to not only this, but you got to get used to this. You know what this is? Not hip shots.
Growing.
Growing.
Not even groin shots. I'm talking about children.
Oh.
Children. Children. Children.
Hopefully not.
We hope we never have to shoot anybody, period.
Right. Unless it's-
Life is life.
Small, that's small.
A lot of people in the medical field look at a value of life. You got to look at age and things like that. But guys, when it comes down to security and shooting people, life is life. They belong to somebody. Sorry. This is something you got to get through your head and come to grips with. But there might be a time that you have to your sight picture. I'm telling you guys, even some active shooter drills now, we no longer are here. We're here. We're looking for kids. Kids who've lost their minds. For whatever reason, if it be drugs or if it be pharmaceuticals, if it be whatever the reason be. But guys, this is reality. What happens if it wasn't a parent? What happens if the kid zone breaks out because of one of your kids? You're kind of squirmish on pointing a gun at an adult? I had to engage a 16-year-old. It took me a little while after that to sit and just, okay, we have to rationalize this. Don't get your emotions in with it. Why did it happen? Whose fault was it? A lot's coming, guys. Just prepare yourself. We're going to help you the best we can. So once we have a standard target response, control pairs to the center of the most available target, there's also a thing called FSD. FSD is a failure to stop drill. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, this is one to the brain bucket. This is one to the brain bucket. If they do not stop, they keep coming, pop! Now again, what dictates this?
They keep coming.
Totality of circumstances, guys. Just like force continuums. You just don't follow the same pattern every at a time. You got to be able to make that call. You got to. But tick-tock. Just like in the health department. It's also the same thing. I wish that we could go up and still, okay, this is this. Well, it's not that simple. Medication history, family history, everything else has to come into play to make the right decision before you make a cut, before you start to give aid. A whole bunch of information. Intel, people. What you don't know can kill you. Engaging multiple targets. Multiple target engagements. No longer is it one. You have multiple. You have to look at these three things when you have to deal with multiple targets. If it be a room, if it be a car, if it be your local barbecue, and someone just lost their mind. It doesn't matter, guys. You have to be ready. And what dictates? Proximity. Where are they at in the location of your position, or those who they're trying to harm? Where are they at? Look at their weaponry. Is it a force multiplier by any means? If it be unconventional or if it be conventional? Knives, guns, pins, chairs, whatever. Weaponry. Posture of intent. Look at the posture of intent. Your mannerisms. How are they postured? When you guys walk into a room and you see multiple engagements and all of them could be hostile, are you just going to shoot at random? No. You have to dictate what totality of circumstances is predicting in the room. As soon as you bust into the room, blah, all of a sudden you see one guy facing away from you, another guy is standing here talking with him, and another guy draws on you. Although the guy drawing on you is further away. This is what you have to look at. I don't care if he's further away. Those supersonic projectiles cover ground pretty rapidly, last I checked.
Yeah.
So you got to look at the posture of intent. Look at their weaponry. Look at proximity. All of it comes into play. Okay? You got your foresight laser? No, I want you to do it.
Oh, man.
Okay, so what he's going to do, this is something I was talking about your combat glide, right? Heel toe, keep your center low, but his target's going to be the Casio on that keyboard. So he can start from here if he wants, but I want him to get in the position and start looking for that Casio. Now please understand, watch how much his laser moves. Okay? Start moving. I said the Casio, there you go. Now it starts to get better as it gets closer, right? Now go all the way back to the wall. This is another reason why I said that one-hole drill is so important. One-hole drills, guys, we start this close to the target. Literally pretty much this close to the target. Everyone's like, well, that's easy. Okay. You don't understand the whole thing of the drill. If you don't harmonize at this distance from your target, the fundamentals of marksmanship, you won't pancake that hole. And if you can't pancake that hole and you're dropping maybe ½ inch or ¼ inch, well, that's not bad. Well, let's start backing up and see how that ¼ inch turns to 1 inch, and then 2 inches, and then 3 inches, and then you totally missed the target. Let's see, go ahead and start with the Casio. Just put it on the Casio. Nice. All right, start walking. Pay attention to the Casio, guys. I love this guy. No, that's actually pretty good.
Good.
That's actually pretty good. That is what you want on your combat glide. Boy, I ate my words on that one. He did a lot better than what I was expecting. He does very well.
Wake up, Chad.
That's detrimental. Can you shoot on the move?
Aerodynamics.
Can I borrow that? Can you shoot on the move?
Absolutely.
Joey, let's go back to the Mr. Matt there. I want you guys to understand, if you're off the Casio, you might have hit somebody behind you. Okay? When you go into a room where you're moving, whenever you're ready, whenever you're moving, this is how detrimental it is. How's your knee doing, by the way?
Better than it was.
And look at that. He's still doing very well. And he has a bad knee.
Bad news.
He has a bad knee. Thank you, sir. Somebody else. I want you to try it. I want you to see how difficult this is. Because when you are clearing hallways and you're clearing rooms, you think you're going to be doing it standing still? Come on, guys, step up. It's okay, guys, to fail here. How else are we supposed to get better if you don't know the limitations? This is where it has to be. I'm not perfect at everything, although I'm standing up here. I'm just a moron in front of the room. Whenever you're ready, brother. Sorry about that. See that scope? Right there, right there. Hey, good, dude. Right, let's go. Nice. the Casio the best you can. Now see, the thing is right now, are you looking at your sights or are you looking at the laser?
Both.
Both. It's called focal shifting. You gotta learn focal shifting. Look at your front sight and look at the target. How are you supposed to know their mannerisms? How do you know which target to hit first? The proximity, posture, intent, unless you're paying attention. Whenever you're ready. It's focal shift. Focal shift. When you walk, try to do heel toe. Heel toe. Lower your center and try to relax the chest as best as you can. All right, but you still got to do the heel toe. Nice. That's very nice. Very nice. Awesome. Well done. I went on A of Casio, not the whole Casio. Just the A. The A. The A. Nice. Very nice. Nice, nice, nice. And guess what? You're not firing rounds yet either.
That makes a big difference.
It's a huge difference.
And you fire rounds with that. Let me get the one.
Well, I've got mine trainer too. They could, I mean, you can't see the laser until you squeeze it.
That's gonna make mark.
I want the A. Do you have the target for this one?
Hey, I've got that one still set up over there on that shelf.
Okay, we'll use yours too here shortly. I want the A. Nice. Heel toe, heel toe. And guys, we're going at a nice pace here too. Very nice. Nice. Very good. Pass it off to somebody else.
He's first up.
See, I'm gonna get all your fingerprints on it before I shoot somebody.
All right,
27 different people on this thing.
give us some guys over here. Line up over here.
I've got one thing.
Right there.
Nice.
You're good, Jay.
All right, shooting on the move. Heel toe. Right now you're moving towards your target. Do not take the shot unless you know you have the shot. The target's there. Oh, yeah. There it goes. All right, watch your front sight post. This is not your weapon system. Get used to the sights. It's called zeroing in on the target. Once you see your front sight post, go ahead and take that shot. It lines up. Shoot the shot. There we go. Do me a favor. Watch your front sight post, not the target.
It's not a trainer.
Watch your front sight post. If you're moving, the natural arc of movement, right? Wait till that front sight post gets on the target before you take the shot. Time it, okay? I'm moving there, make sure that thing hits it. Okay? Everything counts. No one's perfect. Let's just hear more dings when you pull the trigger. Remember your conditioned red. Your shoulders up. Keep your shoulders square. Heel toe. You can't stop. You cannot stop. Good. All right, keep walking. I'm telling you, you got to corral it here, okay? Because pretty soon we're going to go to one hand as well. See, right now it's a jerking. See that jerk? It's also trigger placement. How you pull the trigger, straight to the rear. That also manipulates your front sight.
Have my eyes on you, Jackie.
You're moving, you're moving. You gotta get a, there you go. You gotta get a direct hit. And guess what else? You're gonna have to add verbal commands to this as well while you're moving. And still make accurate shots. Good.
Working on my.
Is this the way you make noise?
No, it's just lots of stuff that you gotta hit there.
This is what I want you guys to do. Cycle through. I need a few shooters over here too. Stop. Good. Return back. Good. Stop. Go. Guys, test your trigger. If you slap the trigger, you're going to move the weapons platform. You're going to move the weapon system. Pull that trigger straight to the rear. Pull it straight to the rear. Watch your front sight post. Watch your front sight. Ceasefire. Good. Guys, it's board. Good. Go back. Engage. Go. Stop. Ceasefire. Good job. That's a switch. Good. And it's cheap. Yeah, it is. Awesome. Let's go. There we go.
Only thing is I gotta get me a hose.
Nice. Good. Watch that hand go. Put it back here. Okay. Forward.
He's over. I've been over shooting.
All right, watch your front sight. Stop, move back. As soon as you get to the end, turn and engage again. Watch your front sight. Do not take a shot unless that front sight goes in front of your target. All right, if it doesn't go in front of your target, take another step. All right, because soon I'll have you shoot my chest in a minute. Both targets with a standard target response. If necessary, do an FSD. Standard target response is what? Standard target response is what? 2, right? All right, this is going to be a slow, we're slowing down the process just a tad bit. But what we have here, guys, is now we have 2 targets we got. All right? Now, of course, you got to watch how fast you pull the trigger on these. Standard target response, 2 targets. Get it out. You have 1 shot, 2 shot. Bring it back over. All right? As you move, standard target response, 2 targets. Center of the most available target, right? All right? Center of the most available target. Jason, if you wouldn't mind, do that for me. Watch your muzzle. If you guys get down here and you guys get done with an exercise, bring it back to your chest before you turn around. That muzzle comes down and to your chest before you turn around. That's muzzle awareness. You're going to need that when we get close to the teams.
Reload.
Do it again.
And then reload. Some kind of reload.
Go back.
15 rounds.
Stand right there. Proximity, posture of intent, weaponry, right? Or you're going to leave it to yourself. All right? Now, our chest, no longer the target. Our chest, no longer the target. Whenever you're ready. Did he hit his targets? Yes. Aim small. Miss small. It's the whole part or knock the target over. It just knock them over. That's right. It's a good mindset. That's the whole point of this exercise, guys. Look how small these targets are. How often did Jason miss when he was hitting these smaller targets? Okay? But then what happened when it was us? Without a doubt, he hit both.
Yeah.
That's the reason why we test ourselves. It's okay if you do bad right now, but I want you to harness in. I want you to get better at what you're doing. Because it's also not only target location, but also posture of intent. He was standing back there, so he went after me first. I was going for my weapon system. Then he transitioned over to him. Guys, these are stationary targets as well. We're not moving yet. We're going to bring airsoft in to where we're going to be, pain inoculation is a great motivator.
I got some good ones for that. What?
All right, yeah. Now, I got some scars here from them before. All right? Pain inoculation is a great motivator to not stick anything out that you don't want shot off. Anyone can stand with lasers, paintballs, even airsoft to a point. But when it comes down to knowing why you're doing this training, and that makes it totally different. There's a difference out there playing a game. It's another thing when there's life at stake. Okay? All right, I want another shooter. Jason, where's that gun at? Come on, guys. It's okay. The best thing to learn how to do is try to relax the best you can. Even though you're up here, it doesn't mean you're stiff, right? Yeah. All right, here we go. Engage.
You're not gonna stand the person like going at you?
Later on. Standard target response. Control pairs to one, then transition to the other. I don't want you to transition to the other unless you hear it 2 days.
2 days.
You have to hit it twice before you go to the next one. On the move. Let's move. Breath control. All right, breath control too. Know when to hold it, know when not to. Thank you. Let's go. Know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Know when to walk away. Amen. Never count your ammo when you're. No, never mind. Those are actually good shots, Ken.
A lot of cans shooting over there.
Yeah. All right, if you guys want to take a turn at this, line up behind it.
Hey, oh yeah, I want to get behind Ken. You see where my other hand is?
I see the other
Guys,
hand.
if you can't hold the trigger yet, turn this fun. Yeah.
I'm shooting, it's not even big enough. I can see that getting.
If you pull the trigger and it's not the initial hit, if it just grazes across, it ain't gonna count. It has to be dead on.
If you're pulling it
If you're
across.
jerking it, it ain't gonna count it. It has to be a straight hit.
Oh, he's gonna hate mine then.
But guys, aim small, group small.
Chad, soldier,
Yeah, absolutely.
30.
soldier.
All right, 2 shots here. Come on, keep moving. Come on. Yeah, you
Down there, start
got it out.
until you.
All right,
You better shoot, get the targets. Okay.
I know. That's the whole point of the exercise. You guys get used to this stuff. This is nothing. You can take this. All right? All right, Ken, here we go. 2 here.
2 there
2
first.
here. 2 here. Let's go.
I'm good.
You're good here, soldier.
That's probably.
Come on, keep moving. Doesn't mean stop. Right here, Ken. Right here. Come on. I didn't say stop. Yeah, down here. Wow. All right. You had to do a speed reload on that one.
Yes, Hey, I had to leave 100 round drums. Yeah, like a son said.
No Betamax. No Betamax are allowed.
You or the target?
I'll tell you when to hit me. But guys, listen. I want minimum amount of clicks. I want more dings. Just don't slap the trigger. Just don't keep pulling it. If you don't have it, don't take it. I'm telling you. The only way you're going to do it is when you're accountable for it. Come on. Control pair. Control pair. Come on, keep moving. Keep moving. Come on, keep moving. Move. Yeah, real simple there, isn't it? Come on, let's go. Let's go.
I opened up.
How long you know it? Guys, next you gotta do your left hand.
That's what I'm doing now.
Yep, I want you to hit my chest first. So go ahead and get in a shooting position. Watch your grips. You have to mirror your grips.
We
Okay?
have to, so we have to go the opposite.
If you are shooting this way right hand, you do that with the left.
Okay. Hold.
Thumb underneath your-
Yeah, guess what? Welcome to using the other part of the
I
brain.
feel like I'm retarded.
No, it's okay. Let me have that.
No comment.
And my cousin,
Jackie,
hey, my cousin was,
Yes.
Couldn't say it fast.
my cousin was. He sounded that way, didn't he?
That's got the danger.
Walk. Walk. My chest. Target. Target. Chest. There you go. Good. All right.
It's different with the left hand.
Right here. Nice. Without a...
I don't know if those blocks are actually make it go on.
Yeah, no question. Aim small, group small. Once you start moving forward, do not stop. Once you start moving forward, don't stop. Let's go. Don't stop. Come on. Yeah, no question. Come on. Come on. Come on. Once you start, do not stop. It's different when you have to pull a trigger. It's even more different when there's a recoil. Right here. Come on. Yeah, no question. Awesome. Good job.
Good job.
Come on, move. Right here. Come on, keep moving. Good. No questions asked. You got it. Let's go. Hold back. Watch your front side. Come on, move. Good. Let's go. Good job.
Ain't run those training lasers.
Nice. I barely saw that muscle move on that one. This time, combat glide faster. Get to him quicker. Get to him quicker. Go. Good. Nice. All right. Nice. Pick up the pace. Coming back. Time is life.
Trigger right there.
That's mine.
Good. That's what I want you guys to do. Start picking the pace up. Harmonize, skim across it. When you get so close, guys, a lot of times it might even get to a point where it's going to be a high point. Okay? Because I'm here, I don't have a sight picture with him. Okay? I'm not looking at my sights. Go up there for me. I'm not looking at my sights at all this round. Okay? Eric's my target. I am not looking at my sights at all. At all. I didn't look at my sights. I just turned. We want to center your shots. Okay? No hand repair. Okay? If I'm coming at Nash, and then all of a sudden Brad's my next target, I can still hit Brad. This is something you guys have to get that natural point of aim, point of zero. Because there's a lot. There's gonna come a time when there's so much stuff going on in the room, you can't target fixate. You can't target fixate. You're gonna be fighting optical illusions, you're gonna be fighting tunnel vision, all this stuff. Here. I'm still hitting him square in the chest. This is also to a point of natural zero. That's how quick. You got some hit good shots. Even from this position. Turn, orientate.
Right, that's what I thought.
Turn and orientate. Stay tight. Got a little beep beep. Alright? Listen, you can do it. Alright? It gets worse when you get unsupported.
You should.
I got roll.
Yep, go again.
See, Dylan?
Bye, Dylan.
See you guys.
Alright, go. Good. Control pair. Pop, pop. Pop, pop. Every time you pull the trigger, have a side picture. That's control pair, not hammer pair. Okay? Every time. Go. Good. It didn't hit me. Huh? None. No.
What, are you getting it back now?
No, I'll do that. Okay. Yeah, I'll pull up.
I'm in it, I swear.
See that? Totally different story when
Yeah,
it comes to this. It's weird.
Yeah.
And floor clearing, things to address. These are what we're going to be addressing when it comes to room clearing, hallway clearings, clearing staircases, and all that stuff. First thing is the 3 elements of clearing. Where are my operators at? Do you remember the 3 elements of room clearing? Okay. Brad, 3 elements of room clearing. Do you remember? No. Okay. That's okay. Nash, do you know?
The attachment, so I don't.
Okay, guys, this is not going against what they know, what they don't know, because a lot of times it's lost in terminology. I might use a term that they don't, and vice versa. Do you know what I'm talking about when I talk about 3 elements of clearing a room?
I know when you come in, it's slice of final, that's part of it.
Yeah.
You come into the room, you go to the right, as you're moving to the right, you're checking everything to your left because you have the wall here, so.
Okay.
It's a right favor.
Yes. Now this is that's exactly right. Now they're getting into specifics. This is also will fall in the same path to what he's talking about. There's a no read and a read when you go into a room. Okay. There's a path of least resistance when you go into a room. Path of least resistance is that there might be a partition right there in front of you. Okay? As soon as you come in, oh shoot, or there might be furniture, or there might be innocents, or believe me guys, innocents go down. Be rough with them. Grab a hold of them and get them to the ground as quick as possible. Okay? Next is called the stack. If it's a 2-man or more, it's a stack. Okay, we want to talk about that. We're going to talk about breaching. Sorry, no demolition breaching. No donuts. Alright? We're going to talk about room entry, clearing hallways, staircases, and also communication. Here are the 3 elements when you're clearing a room. The first question I asked, 3 elements. Surprise, speed, violence of action. Guys, this comes into play even if you're hand-to-hand combat. Even if you're edge weapons fighting. Doesn't matter. Surprise, speed, and violence of action. Okay? So what is surprise? Boom! Surprise! We're here! Next is speed. You got to get to the point of domination. All right, we'll talk about points of domination. While you're moving, you still have to worry about your fields of fire and your areas of responsibility, which you guys are kind of doing today. You're seeing how difficult it was to shoot while you're on the move. Guys, this didn't incorporate recoil. Okay? This didn't incorporate the stress of me firing back at you. Okay? There's some things that are missing in the equation. Violence of action, of course, that's self-explanatory. Guys, you go in with only one mission.
Shut them down.
Clear
Shut
it, run.
them down. Now. Okay? So we already talked about each one of those. All right, basic descriptions. Point of domination. What is a point of domination?
Point man.
Point of domination is this refers to the two corners of the room assigned to number 1 and number 2 members of the entry team. These points allow the team to gain what? Complete control of the room. Complete control. That is the point of domination. That is what you're working toward when you enter a room. Now, something else you got to watch out for. Try not to stay too close to the walls. Okay? If you have to, you have to. But other than that, try to stay at least an arm length away from the wall because of ricochets and everything else that can come off a wall. All right? Who ever seen Black Hawk Down? All right? He turned around and told that one guy, hey, stay away from the walls. And the guy didn't. All of a sudden, that RPG came in. Okay? There's a reason why you stay away from the walls. Fields of fire, or areas of responsibility. This comes down to where if you're looking at it, you're going to eat a piece of pizza, right? Unless you freaks who eat the crust first. When you eat it. That's me! Brad's like, yeah!
Put that stuff crust.
So the piece of the pizza, you have the point of it always pointing you, right? Except for Freak over there. All
a good name for
Well, hey, stuffed crust is the totality of circumstances. That's just, position of
That's the
success.
zone I live in, baby.
So guys, the pie. I have the pinnacle of the pizza right here. The crust is away from me. As you know, a pizza pie, how it looks. I will not get out of my area of responsibility on my field of fire. Okay, especially when you're with the team. Can I borrow one of you guys? Okay, so you have your weapon system. So if we're here, right, my area of responsibility is just this piece of sliver of a pie. His is a sliver of a pie. If we come this way, he doesn't get. He's off of my muzzle about an inch. I'll even say a half inch. If he comes and covers, goes past my muzzle, he is way into my area of responsibility. That's
Like
putting me at
Ghostbusters.
risk. That's putting some other people at risk. You stay in your field of fire in the area of responsibility the whole entire time. So as we're clearing, we're here. And I'm not going to go past his muzzle. That's my boundary. That's my no-no zone. Okay? Thanks. That's going to help you guys when you get out there. Because even if you stack up in line or off each other a little bit, your field of fire, you better not flag the opponent in front of you or your friendly in front of you. Don't flag them. Okay? Stay in your field of fire. This ensures proper support of fire. Okay? Because I don't care about Nash's area of fire. It's not my responsibility. I have mine right here. Everywhere my eyes go, guess where my muzzle goes?
Where your eyes go.
The muzzle is your third eye. And in low light operations, your illuminant is your fourth. Everywhere you put your eyes, you put that on it. That's just the way it goes. And to do the best, again, guys, this is going to be conflicting with some SOPs, I understand, or some TTPs, because you don't want to flag innocents. Okay. Do you want to die? So this is something that, well, this is just something you have to come to terms with. Okay? I guarantee you, if I stand in front of Joey and I'm like this, and he has an airsoft gun, and he comes through that door, and as soon as I do this, he'll put 3 or 4 in me before I get that transitional space covered. Don't put your booger hook on the bang bang switch until you're ready to destroy whatever's in front of you. Period. But you guys, you're going to be scanning. But do not get out of your field of fire or your area of responsibility. There's an example of it. You see the red triangles. Those are your fields of fire. They get to the point of domination, 1 and 2, as they enter the room to control the room. Okay? They come in, clear the corners of the area of responsibility, they get into their positions, and they have the room controlled. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. Going into a room, there's 2 things. There's a no read, and then there's a read. Those are operators. What is a no read?
no read is like if the door's closed or locked, depending on the circumstances. If you've got an active threat, your directed threat, so your dynamic flow, directed threat. So if the door's locked, I'm going to bypass that door because I'm not going to worry about it because it can't hurt me. In theory, open doors can hurt me and people can hurt me. So
Absolutely.
on a read is just the opposite. Like I'm going to read an open door versus a closed door.
All right. In another aspect, that everything he says there, again, the difference of operators is where they come from and terminology in which they use. Sometimes when he talked about, everything he talked about was absolutely true. When we go into a room, you always watch your point man, how they enter the room. Okay? If I approach the room, me, Baker, Joey are going to enter a room, I'm the one that's going to go in. This is what I call a no read. A no read is, guys, I'm going to go to the right when I move into the room. That's no read. You don't have to read it. Okay? You guys know prior to going into the room who's going to the right. I'm going to the right. You guys know what you got to do. Stack up. Here we go. Pop. I go to the right. They continue to move. That's a no read. If I do not tell them where I'm going, you read the point man and go opposite direction he goes. All right? That's reading. We just stack his time, right? We got to go to the next room, next room, next room, next room. As soon as he goes, left, now I'm going to go right. And I want you guys to auditorily talk to yourselves when you're doing this stuff. This also helps you breathe. This also helps you think. Okay? So you have a read and you have a no read. Read is you watch your point man which direction he goes. You go opposite. A no read is, guys, I'm heading into the right when we hit the room. Good, let's go. That's what I consider a read or no read. Another way, okay, that's what I just got done saying, so we're going to move on. Now, this is a beautiful thing too if you have time. Path of least resistance is something also that Nash was kind of getting into. Your main focus is what? The threat, immediately. Prioritize, right? Posture of intent, proximity. This door shut, that's not the threat. It's the guns and everything else down there pointing at me is the threat. That's a great way to put it. But also a path of least resistance you're looking at. So the path of least resistance is when the door of an entry point, the direction of the team should what? Be determined by the way the door opens also. How you enter the room.
Maybe
Right?
if it opens into the room.
In or out. That's going to dictate on how you stack up and enter the room. That's exactly right. Okay? If the doors open inward, number one man moves away from the hinges. Okay? Now again, we'll work on multiple theories once we start doing this live. Okay? This is just one of those theories. Upon entry of the room, the team needs to move in conjunction with the size of the room. Enemy situation. Okay? That's something also Nash was talking about. Look at the size of the room. Look at the enemy situation, furniture, and other objects that deal with whatever hinders the team from getting to the point of domination. If it was all just a nice clear room, wouldn't this be easy? That's not the point. Okay? This will put the whole entire team at risk if one of the team members are hindered on moving to the point of domination. Okay? So, you have to, the team must clear what is called the fatal funnel. See this opening gap right here? All this gray pointing to that gap? Guess where all the line of fire is going to be when you enter a room? Not the walls. They're going to be shutting down the entry point and whoever's coming into that point. That's the point of, they're going to point of aim, point of contact. That's what they're going to look at. You've got to clear that fatal funnel. This is the area represented by the door cutout. Once the entry team moves in and attracts all the attention of the occupants of the room, the occupants will most likely direct their line of fire right to the point of entry. Okay, that's why they call it the fatal funnel. As you can see here, this also shows you how you can pie a room or pie a door. Sometimes you can clear about 80% of the room before going into the room. Okay? This has to be also coordinated with the team before going into the room. If it's an open doorway or corridor, You can say, hey, point man, let's go ahead and do our pie, clear that room. Well, the rest of us will stay back. But again, you're off the wall, and as you're off the wall, you're already in what? If it's an open door, you better be starting to clear that. If the hallway and everything else is clear, if that's clear, you better be looking as you're coming toward that opening. And then when you hit that opening, guys, you better do kind of a crescent moon pattern away from it, okay? That's just what this guy is doing. You can see the entry of the doors right here. He approaches. He starts clearing immediately as he starts to get a little bit of line of sight to that room. Then he slowly starts to move outwards. As he slowly starts to move outwards, his line of sight increases inside the room. Okay? Of course, if he makes contact, he makes contact. Okay? That's just something again, this is something we have to look at when it comes to TTPs and SOPs for the security team on how you're moving in. But that's called pie in the corner. Stacking up. The team quickly and quietly stacks in a single line, single file line, outside their entry point, parallel to the wall. This is important to go over muzzle awareness, muzzle discipline. That's another reason why we were doing this the whole entire time. When we got done shooting our targets, we bring our muzzles back. Low, ready, compressed. Okay? Now there's low, ready, compressed, and then there's high, ready, compressed. It comes up here. What we're trying to do is mimic, if this was a AR-15 or whatever primary weapon systems you guys plan on having, this is the point of where it's going to be, or it's going to be here. Now, I've trained some Army guys, and they say, well, we're always down here because why? They have people monitoring from up on top of the room, so they never get the muzzle up. Okay? Well, that's not the case here. Okay? So this is going to be a high point when you stack up. All right. The number 1 man is in charge of security of the entry point. Number 2 man is in charge of front area of the team. And 3 and 4 men are in charge of security over the other areas of the threat to makes a threat to the team, if it be side or rear security. Okay? Stay in your areas of responsibility. If there is no threat, then they stay at a low or high ready position. The number 1 man knows when to breach, when he feels, listen, this has changed. This has changed. The number 1 man knows to breach when he feels what? His shoulder. This is a signal that all the team members have. No, this has changed. I put that in there so I can really specify this. What happens to a lot of people when they get scared? That can be a false indication to move. All right, the number 2 guy. We'll keep, can I borrow you for a second? I'm the number 2 guy. The number 2 guy will keep a hold of the number 1 guy. After the rear security and all of them has passed up the signal that they're ready to go, only time she goes is when I do this. I let them go. I'm not going to tap them. I'm not going to squeeze. Because if we're here and I just accidentally hit her or what, I don't want any false signals. If you have an attack dog and you have it back up, the only time that attack dog is going to go is when you what?
Turn loose.
And that's what this forward person is supposed to be. Ready to go, 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 go. Let them go. And they go. Then you go into the read, no read. Okay? Go into all of that.
Are you gonna send this all in?
You should have these copies with you when you came in.
I did not get this.
They're on the table up there.
Oh, they're on the table. So
They're also in your email.
Yep, also in your
couldn't
emails.
open it.
So grab them as you're going out. This is a lot of information, guys.
I couldn't open that, by the way.
We can get it to download.
We resent it today in the PDF format, so you should be able to reopen it. I ran out of ink, so I didn't get all enough copies for everybody.
Okay,
Plus, we have a lot bigger turnout today, so it's good.
that's great. That's really good. But guys, I understand this is a lot of information. And it's even going to be overwhelming when we get up there and start doing it when doing it live. Jason's going to be working on getting us some more practice firearms and things like that. So a lot of stuff's going down the line. It's another reason why I like to make copies and send them to your emails. You need to read it. Okay? And when we get up here and we start doing these targeting things, I want you guys to focus in. If you're messing up, talk to one of us who's been behind the gun systems for a while.
Somebody laid it on it. You keep walking past and I see it.
It's on, it doesn't turn off.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thank you for my safety. Southwest time, get down! All right, so breach. There are different variations in how you breach a room. Now again, we're not going to do shotgun breaches. We're not going to do... Some people are like, I quit!
I've done had it loaded those
Yeah, we're not going to do C4 breaches and all that good stuff either. Yeah, there goes that. The configuration of the enemies and friendlies are laid out in a room and so forth. That's something that you guys are not going to be able to do until totality of circumstances, the majority of the time, unless there's intel. Unless you guys have gotten some type of borescope or any other types of way to try to get your eyes on inside the room. A borescope is a simple thing. If you ever, going back to that SWAT movie again, before they went into the bank, they had that little thing that wheeled around and they had a camera. That's a borescope.
Amazon.
Or if you have drones or whatever you have. Again, what intel you don't have can kill you. So everything else is on you and your training and totality of circumstances. Okay? So, no, we're not going to talk about explosives and shotguns and hammers or pry bars. But the main thing is here is that if there's no hinges, you push. If you don't see hinges, guys, push. If you see hinges, pull.
I never
Okay?
knew that.
Something you got to think about before you enter the room. How many times have you guys seen people in their normal minds with a pool sign right in front of them? Yeah. Now there's a shirt that my wife, I got from my wife, it says School of the Gifted. It says School of the Gifted. This kid had in his books, it just said pool, and the kid's sweating, pushing against the door. Guys, and this is under normal circumstances. Think about when it's go time. So try to remember, no hinges, you push. You see hinges, you pull. Guys, this is a lot. Please study, because we will be getting into this soon. Okay? Eric, would you mind to read some of this?
If I could.
I'm getting
I
tired.
can't see it.
Okay. Oh, you can't see it?
That blue makes
Sir?
it, you can't
That
see
blue
it
makes
black.
it awful for me.
The number 2 man takes up the breach position, and the number 3 and number 4 become 2 and 3. The breach position takes the 4th position. Clear the fatal funnel ASAP. This is the focal point of enemy fire. The team can use fragmentation to assist in the entry technique. On the signal, the clearing team moves through the door and clears the fatal funnel quickly as possible and takes up positions in the room that allows them to completely dominate the enemy. The team stops movement only after they clear the door and reach their POD. The team should be engaging the target as they move to their POD. The engagement should not slow down the movement to the POD. Team members may have to engage threats at a distance as close as 1 to 2 inches, and they will have to engage immediate threats first. Examples of immediate threats are armed and or prepared to fire at the team, anything blocking the movement of the team to their POD, anything within arm's reach of the team member, and anything in 3 to 5 feet upon entry.
All right, let's go to the room. I'm just kidding. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot going on at a very rapid pace. You guys just saw some simple examples here when you guys were just trying to shoot stationary targets with a laser system with no recoil as you were moving. Right? Now think about other people starting to, as you're walking toward those targets, step out and try to grab your weapon system as you're taking your targets out. This is coming. These are exercises that are coming your way. You just got a little sample of how we're all going to start. We're just starting here. Okay, Brad, stand behind here for a second. It's a totally different story. Just see, I know Brad's behind there. I know Brad's behind there. So I'm coming, I'm taking targets out. He comes up and he all of a sudden we're here. Guys, guess what? If I stop with this guy, what happens to the rest of the team behind me? They're going to pile up. We have to look good and grab tight. All right, he coming in tight. Boom, boom, boom. Guess what? You got to keep moving. Pop. I mean, that quick. We're going to be throwing these little potholes in front of you. Even when you enter a room, don't shoot! Ah! Oh boy, here we go. Sorry for that individual. They're not going to get shot, but they're going to get bruised up. Because they're still hindering the rest of the team getting into the room. Hit them. Throw them down to the ground. Team, step over them best you can. Get into the room. And you're going to be yelling, get down, get down, get down, hands, 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 let me see your hands. While you're input. Threat, friendly, threat. The work is still going on. Yeah. I can see Nash already. I can already see it. We're good.
I got it.
Woo! All right. He feels it. Yeah, I feel it. Armed and prepared to fire at the team. Because if Nash or Joey or Eric or Sarah or anyone comes into the room, they'll be taking one guy out because he already was out there. Look at this cool gun, man. Got it on eBay. All right? They're going to be trying to draw on that guy and see how quick that can come out of a holster. If they know what they're doing. I'm not going to take into consideration that they don't. That's why they say, first thing, armed or prepared to fire. This is armed. Why they have it in a holster? I don't know. It could be down here, guys. They could be waiting. Right? Then you come into the room. All right? It can go from here to here real quick. That's why a static target is a what?
Dead target.
You move. Move. Anything blocking the movement of the team to the POD. What is POD?
Place of death.
Place of death. I like that. Point of domination. Your point of domination. Watch your fields of fire. Anything within arm's reach of a team member, you have to engage. Brad was in arm reach of the team when I walked in. Okay, you have to engage him immediately. Anything 3 to 5 feet upon entry. General rules, it doesn't matter if the man in front of you goes the wrong way. All right? Go the opposite direction with muzzle awareness. Hey guys, I'm going in right. Oh. We need to talk.
Your
after
other
this.
rod.
Remember the L, guys. That the one on the left hand creates the L. Okay, so no, you have to talk about that with whoever does that. So, watch your muzzle awareness. Enter ASAP. Remember, smooth is fast. I can tell you that in shooting, right? Slow is smooth, smooth is fast. As I said, one of my operator buddies said, no, Brian, slow is slow, regardless. I was like, not when you're first training. When you first pick it up, it's slow. Because that slowness is where you get all the mechanics down, the proper techniques down, how you hold everything, and then it speeds up, and then it's really smooth. Okay? Clear. Do not stop in the fatal funnel. All team members must, what? Completely enter the room. Do not hinder them. You remember that's a focus of their fire. Okay? Stay focused. Never stop scanning your sectors for targets. Unless what? One? Can someone read that?
You identify a threat in your sector. This threat could be an open door that leads to an unclear room, a person in the room, an obstacle that cannot be cleared visually from your position, or anything that you may determine a threat.
Okay, so you're identifying a threat in your sector, right? The threat could be in an open door that leads to an uncleared room. Guys, sometimes you enter a room and there's an adjacent room onto that one. There's a hole in the wall over there. People can shoot from that opening back into the room. People can shoot through the walls, of course, but a lot of times, I hate to tell you this, a lot of times people don't. They shoot to what they can see. That's what a lot of them do. But we're not going to take that into consideration. We'll look at that as a totality once we start the drills. All right, an obstacle that cannot be cleared visually from your position. We talked about that, things that stop you to get to the point of domination. Number 2, listen to this. If you fall upon entry, stay still until you feel a team member touch you or helps you up. Stay down. Okay? You could accidentally pop up in somebody else's field of fire. But what we normally do when we get into communications, guys, cover is going to be one of the main words you're going to hear in our communication. If I trip and fall down, cover! And one of the teammates is going to have to say, covering! And that means that your field of fire has gone down. For whatever reason. If you fell, if your weapon system malfunctions, right? If you're shot, whatever, all you say is cover. All you say is cover. The other teammates will say covering. Okay? Don't say, I'm hit! Then bad guys are like, yeah! They're getting pumped up. They got, that's one down, boys! Don't let them know. All right, don't let them know anything. Just say cover. And you repeat cover. All right, stay still until one of your team members help you up. You could put the team in danger of getting hit by a team member's bullet. 3, rehearse communications. Ding, 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 ding. Rehearse communications. This will be covered more later, like I was talking about. Never flag a team member. Flagging is defined as pointing your weapon or sweeping your weapon across your other team member. We talked about how the muzzle needs to be, what, about a ½ inch or so off the tip of your partner's muzzle in your fields of fire, right? It needs to be off. You do not pass his muzzle. All right? Now we're getting into specifics. Now, what I'm going to do here, I'm going to talk about button hook, and then we're probably going to do a few. How big is that room when the door opens up? Standing at the whole entire time, and we enter the room, getting to our points, and then we're now inside the room, watching our fields of fire. Okay? All right, everybody else come back in the room, and we'll do it again. Yeah, you guys all come into this room. Nice couches, chairs, relax. Not yet. Not yet.
Hanging out there in church.
Henny.
This is what
All right, points of domination. Well done. As you saw, when me and Nash comes in, we have our areas of responsibility. Nash, come on in. Come on out here. As soon as we enter, please remember we already cleared. Nash is cleared here. I've also cleared here. We don't see a few things inside the room. As we come in, we're driving our muzzles. You see this? We're driving our muzzles as we're entering the room. And they are already on our backside. Okay? Going back out, Nash. All right? Come back in inside the floor. Good. I'm already here. You guys see that? I was all ready. We have dominated the whole entire room, and we practically entered at the exact same time. Because as soon as Nash came through, I'm already here. Our weapon systems are like back to back as soon as they enter that room. They're back to back. Because as soon as he clears this area here, I'm already clearing it right here behind him. Getting to my point. Because guys, that could be a red zone. This corner here, we have no clue what's behind there. That is a red zone. That's what we call a red zone. Or a partition could be right here. Stopping here and here. We don't know what's behind the partition. That's a red zone. That's not clear. That's another part of what Joey and what Brad did when they came in behind. That was their position here. He's going back. He's already hitting that point domination. These guys now will have to take over more without getting in other people's fields of fire. That has to be watched. Okay? So just me and Nash will do it real quick. This is mainly going to be a two-man entry technique. Button hook. Okay? Two-man entry. Ready? On you. Alright, even as I'm moving, look how I'm going to my point of domination, look how he's going. We're moving, and everywhere our eyes look, watch our step. Heel toe, heel toe. Everything we're doing has to be minimized of wobble, not this stuff. Our combat glide is in full operation as we're moving, and everywhere we look, that's where our muzzles are pointing. Did I go like this? When he got over there, did I go? No. I just stepped in his field of fire. Remember our pies, right? Our piece of pizza. This is mine. That's his. Remember that? On that slide which shows the red? Alright. You guys stack up, get ready to move. Button hook, guys. 3, 2, 1, go. Good. Keep moving. Good. This is what you do not see. Guys, just because you clear a room doesn't mean that there's another entrance to that room. Just because I pied that room, everything was clear, doesn't mean it could get polluted at a half a moment's notice because some guy's taking a whiz back here in the corner. All of a sudden just steps out. I thought you cleared it. At this time. That's the only time. This is a very live action thing. Things change like that. Okay? Come on in again, guys. Whenever you're ready. All right, stop right there. Now, what I want him to take me, not Joey. I know. I was in his field of fire, not Joey's. You have to be responsible of your area of responsibility. Okay? You stay in your zone. You never know what could be in your zone. All right? Whenever you guys are ready. Go. Boom, 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 boom.
John roped you
I roped into that
They suck, Joey. They suck.
one. Get to the point.
Hey, Eric, don't put too many in my
This is my point. This is my point. Because if again, it's listen to him. I know, guys. You all are going to be going through this. All you guys are going to not see certain things. Okay, you're not going to see certain things. You just want to get into the room. So again, this is the button hook. You guys are coming up from each direction. You guys should be coming up pretty much at the same time. But please don't. Hey, you ready to go in, Brad? Please don't do this. Go ahead, Brad. Go. Brad's like, what the? Keep it a low ready. Low ready compress. Because why? You never know when someone might bust out of these doors. Right? That's why we have it a low ready compress. That's another reason why we also do low point shooting. A high point compress. Stuff like that. You never know. You guys get it? All right, guys, whenever you're ready.
Flashbang!
Boom! There you go.
Joey!
That's all.
Those are my tissues.
Goddamn told me to. Goddamn told me to.
Way to improvise.
I'm so flashbang.
That was awful aggressive, man.
did you react to the flashbang?
Remember?
I'm behind cover.
Oh, I did. I did. He came out, I was like, oh, and then I still came forward. This is what we're
We got a
doing.
flashbang gun.
The tissue.
Yeah, I'm just throwing the tissue in with the first aid kit. What's that for? You're gonna need it. Simple as that. Okay? All right, guys, back out. Do it again.
He comes in, you say,
Absolutely. That's a great question. Did you hear that? Because what I just got done saying was, I was just telling you guys, just because you cleared it doesn't mean someone else can come in behind you. That was a great question. Because Eric Baker would not just walk, all right, come to you, and guess what? He better be, all right, then here we go. This is absolutely. For rear security and everything else. But the thing is, guys, listen, that's not always the case. All right, this is another reason muzzle awareness is so, because if I didn't watch it, Nash is still over there, I would have flagged Nash as I'm trying to apply this. And then if I'm all done here, I'm going to come back, what, am I going to flag him? No. That's the reason why when we were doing this drill, when we got done, our guns went where? Here. All right, we're clear here, back here, on him. Look where it's at the whole time. All right? Muzzle discipline is a must.
You don't lose sight of your faithful either.
Do not. Okay? All right, team, on you.
Pop, 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 pop. Boom, boom.
All right, stop. For a second, I hindered Nash. For 1 second, I stopped his entering the room. Which gives what? Time to him progressing without cover, without his area of responsibility being covered. That's why I did that. Nash hit the heck out of me. Moved me out of the way, forced me out of the way, get into the room. Get into the room. Did you guys think for a second that those who are scared are not going to try to save their life the best they can? Because in all active shooter training, guess what they say? Go to the ones... Go to the cops. Go to the officers. Keep your hands open. Keep your fingers open. And keep your hand down. Don't interfere with them. Do you not think they're going to try to get out? If there's a possibility? I don't know. But it could happen. That's why I did that. All right, let's go again. Do not hinder, even innocents. Push them. Get them out of the way.
Everybody's only out there.
All right? Remember, officers out there, operators, you have cleared the room as you're coming in, all right? On you.
Bam, 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 bam.
Ah.
Judy chop.
Okay. What happened there?
Made contact and engaged
Mm-hmm.
because I saw the gun.
Yep. Whose field of fire?
Eric's.
It was his, but it was mine because I had the pie from the door. So
Mhm.
this is mine
Yeah.
until we take the doorway.
That's just like when I was shooting at him, still on him, but it was still my vision at that time.
How long did they stay in the funnel?
2 seconds.
I
Once we
think,
engaged.
to me,
Once
I'd say they were staying in the funnel way too long.
Oh yeah, once we
Way
engaged,
too long.
yeah.
Pop, 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 pop. That's why we shoot on the move. That's why we use our combat compass. Okay? Let's do it again. Guys, this is just real quick drills to give you an idea. Just stuff that's coming your way. You guys are going to be in these guys' shoes here just shortly. Okay? All is that on me?
That's all I can do.
All the way down, or is that?
That's fine. Shooters, whenever you're ready. Let me see hands! Let me see hands! Get out of the front! Now!
Behind your back. Get your hands up from behind your back.
On your belly. On your
Drop
belly.
the weapon.
Get out.
Drop the
Get out.
weapon. I'm gonna boom. Go, go. I've been there.
He's just sitting there being good.
All right. Totality of circumstances there. Eric did really good. Totality of circumstances is Nash came in. He made sure I was down. My hands were out. He went to his nomination because that's his area of responsibility, giving over his responsibility of me. As he came in, I moved to try to take Eric out. Did Nash engage me? No. What was he doing? He was taking care of his area of responsibility. He engaged me, which was his responsibility. Right on.
We pied you. That's how we do
All right, we're going to do one more, okay? Let's see. Brad, go on out. Joey, go on out. We're going to add a few more things to this.
Me or Chad? I think you're going Chad. Yeah. Close
Excuse me, guys. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Whenever you hear gunshots, this is going to be really hard to move you.
You doing my space, bro? John Rogan?
All right, guys, remember, if you don't see hinges, what does that mean?
Push.
Push. When you see hinges, you pull. One of you guys can have this.
You got another mag? Go ahead, take it.
You guys ready?
They need a fresh mag. Is it not cycling?
Yeah, it's not cycling. Let me have that again.
It's like a little gas gun.
It may be where it don't
Yeah,
have
it's
to fill
not loaded here. All right, operators, you about ready? When I say on you, you can come in.
Let's go.
I didn't say on you yet. Come on, back out there. I'll let you know.
I thought you said on you.
When I say on you.
Sorry.
On you.
Drop it. Right there behind the door. Put it down.
All right, he's not in the scenario. Go ahead.
Well, he did have it.
I saw it. Good job. Good call.
Drop it. Drop it now.
You done shopping.
She wasn't dropping.
All right, go back.
Chad, I thought you liked me,
All right,
man.
let's go. Let's go again.
Take no prisoners, though.
Thank you. Team, on you.
Put it down. Get down on the ground. Get down, get down. Get on the ground. Don't move. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
All right, ceasefire.
Hey, I heard him pull a pistol. Is all
That's
I know.
good. All
It
right,
unholstered.
guys. The only thing I saw wrong, of course, my face was down.
Chad shot everybody.
He's like, no lipping, no lip.
No survivor.
You run
Guys, what I saw was, again, did they clear the funnel?
Not quick enough.
Not quick enough. They were still in the funnel. Okay? As soon as they said move, drop your hands, we could even have more guys come out of that side.
So
Oh shoot! And they're coming. You know, this is just a part of why we sit here. This is warrior science. This is all a part of it. What did we do wrong? But thank the Lord we have a place to go where when you get shot by an airsoft pellet or you get shot by a laser, you're like, take a knee, take a knee. Well, what did you do? What could have you done better? What's this all about?
But I can't ignore you.
That's what I was gonna ask.
You have to watch fields of
of.
fire, guys. You have to watch areas of responsibility. Responsibility is huge. It's huge. Especially with a two-man team. 2 men. Just think if you had to go in clear with only yourself. That's another reason why the law says in active shooter, if it hasn't changed yet, you got to go in with what?
I gotta go.
Can you go in
Yep.
by...
I go. I'm
That's
in
the way it's
school
supposed
already.
to be, as far as I was concerned. But once upon a time, you couldn't go in without a partner.
Oh, that changed after.
That changed.
Columbine. That
Active
changed after
shooter
that.
changed all that.
It's changed so many times.
I want us to change it now while we do the simulations. While we build these SOPs and TTPs. We need to change it now by the errors that we do, not when the blood spills. Simulated blood is fine. Okay? All right, one more time. Get them back outside. Guys, please try to clear the funnel. Clear the funnel.
Quick cheat.
Quick. All right, guys, do me a favor. We want to make it a little more difficult on you guys. You guys came in, right? This
And that corner don't have no support in it, by the way. That right.
You guys are going to have to clear the funnel. If you see an engagement, you may have to take it. Because again, it's a surprise meeting violence of action, right? If you clear this funnel to get into position and someone sees you, how's that a surprise? But there's also things, guys, called quick peeks. There's things called quick peeks, okay? So even if I did come around this way, and he didn't see me yet, right? Oh, shoot. We got There's also quick peeks. Peek, peek, peek. Change your altitude. Yeah, get in there. That's something we're going to do when we're pieing corners. You guys ready? Go.
Boom, boom, boom.
Guess you're dead, if you are, yeah.
I'm dead.
Joey's dead.
Where they at?
I can't tell you. I'm
What are you guys doing?
Don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot, don't shoot. Don't
Put it
shoot.
down.
Don't
Get
shoot.
down.
Don't shoot.
Where's that?
Don't
Stop.
shoot.
Stop.
Dang.
He's in the funnel, he's laying there, hanging out in the middle.
Look where he's at.
Yeah.
You guys have to clear it. You see how you naturally won't want to enter the room. You don't
Well,
want
you
to.
got somebody right there and you're trying to, I didn't look, yeah.
Guys, this is the dynamics of it. One guy's surrendering, one guy has you shooting. So what did we just get done talking about though?
Shoot them all.
Proximity. Proximity. Weaponry. Posture of intent.
Well, Nash was playing Coyote Ugly up there, you know.
Do you understand? This is how dynamic it gets. What do I do?
Yeah, that's good.
What do I do? He just stopped. There's a posture. What was his posture of intent?
He was giving
Arms up. But over here, you had somebody who had a gun pointed right at you.
Yeah.
You have to take that. You have to, guys. This is a part of it. All right, you come in. Oh, shoot, pop, pop, pop. Because again, guys, this is how fast reactionary gap and that transitional space deteriorates. Because there's a transitional space right here, what Eric was doing. All right? So it takes you so much time to go to here, to on target, but you're supposed to be moving anyway. All right? So as soon as you get in here, guys, this is how quick you have to read it. Posture of intent, proximity, and weaponry. Proximity, he was closer. Posture of intent was surrender. Oh, over here we had a guy who has a posture of intent was to kill you, and he was not going to surrender. So as soon as you see that, boom, 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 keep moving. And even here, guys, pay attention. You've got to move off the X. It's not just a simple You gotta move off the X because that's where he's pointing. You either, again, your combat compass. You have to stand left, right. Just don't keep walking toward him. The tracks are always going to be in orientation to where your shooters are. If he's shooting me, he's the train. I got to step off the X. Luckily for me. Okay? Yeah. This is not just one thing when you read it on a screen, but it's the next thing when you're actually here.
Yeah.
All right, so give me two guys, two more. Where's Jason at?
Over the trash can.
There he is. He was over there getting ready. Awesome. James, you're with him. Button hook. Button hook. All right, guys. Operators and other people, you guys can order. On you guys, whenever you're ready.
Don't shoot me, my crazy ass up!
I couldn't get around the door.
I'm dead.
Oh, I'm right there.
Oh, good. Less job, less work I have to do. Good job, guys.
Eric shot
I appreciate your cover.
Eric shot Rodney.
I'm just a cameraman.
First, and you came in.
One more time,
But
buddy.
he's a bad guy. He don't care if he shoots the camera guy.
One more time. It ain't fun with you guys. All right, Eric. All right, dress the room.
I'm gonna start pacing back and forth.
You go get knocked out by the door. Never do that.
I'm just gonna walk back and forth. I'm just gonna walk back and forth here like a.
And he's cold. He's gonna get like wiped in the face.
That's CPR, you're on the wrong side, dude. There you go, Nate.
They're gonna like keep it.
You need to roll him over.
We just walking back.
On you! Boom, boom! Oh, you!
What about the guy instead? Don't worry about him.
James.
All right, whoever was watching, how'd it go? Nash, were you watching? Or you were a part
I
of
was
it?
doing
Yeah,
CPR.
you were CPR.
I was doing CPR.
So what do you guys see about it?
I got two people, and then he got me there.
I didn't see anybody to engage. Cause I
Rodney
went
got it
through,
on video, so you better watch.
Yeah,
I went through, there was nobody else to engage.
Okay.
What can you do though? I mean, like when I came in there, he was here, he he had me the whole time.
Yeah. Guys, what did I get that said?
Somebody's got a dire thing right, and it still goes wrong.
Exactly right.
Better be ready to see Jesus.
Now, as you guys can understand, the gentlemen who actually do this for a living, what they have to go through in reality. Yeah, this is totally unbelievable. People can't fathom this until they see it and be a part of it. That's what they say. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is what they do.
That's why they're the best of the best of the
That's
best.
exactly right.
Right.
Because it's psychological or dead.
Well, some of them are.
I mean, really.
And sometimes, guys, when you come in the room, you have to be a bull in a china shop. Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
we
nothing
did.
delicate.
They're just guys on schoolyards.
Yeah. I don't care.
So-
I don't care if he was doing CPR. Knock him down. Boom! Get in there. Knock him down. Anyone at the threat. Get him out into the room.
So to answer your question, James, like when you open that door, okay, like I know this is going on and it's a distraction, right? But and he was holding a gun, obviously, but like if you're coming in with another guy, okay, so there's major things that can kill you and hurt you, and like that's what we want to take care of first, okay? If he's armed and he's ready to go to town, like that's one, okay? So obviously that's number one. The other, like 1A or 2, is what I can't see, and that's these hard corners. So these are the unknowns, the deepest unknowns. Everybody argues about whatever they call it or whatever, but this is the second thing that's going to hurt me the fastest. So if I can get him and get off the X, get out of the funnel, and I can get to that corner to where I can start pulling that room back together, like you see how we sweep from corner to center. So if I can pull that room back together to where it's like, it's clear and my point of domination is good, then I have a better chance. And you're just playing the odds is all you're doing. But I have a better chance of controlling the room if I hit this hard corner first.
That's the point of domination. That's your point. You keep moving to that point. That's another reason, just like you were saying. If you guys ever watch at the fair where they're shooting ducks as they're going across, you know, that's what you are. Sorry to say. But until you get to that point of domination where, just like you said, where you can collapse the room, keep moving. Keep moving. Static target's a dead target. You guys figure this out real quick when you're doing this stuff here. Get to the point. And just like I was talking about, proximity, right? Posture of intent, and weaponry. You had them all right there. You had innocence down here, and you had a weaponry and posture of intent and proximity all right here within, what, 3 to 5 feet of the door.
Yeah.
We talked about it. You guys, again, I know some of you guys are starting to fall asleep when I'm out there talking, and I can understand that, the sound of my sultry voice and all that good stuff. But the thing is, guys, everything counts. I just don't say it off of a screen and say, okay, guys, you have your training, here's your certificate. Check. So posture of intent, weaponry, proximity. That's what you do. But you nothing. What did I say on the slideshow? Nothing should stop you to the point of your domination. Nothing should stop you. Knock them down. And I know we're friends here. It's gonna, guys. Some of you guys might get bruised or whatever. This is training. Okay, I want 2 more people.
The doors add an extra complication too. When you go-
Very much
when you go
so.
Open that door.
You can't see what's behind it.
Yeah.
They have the opportunity to see,
Yeah.
kind of
Yep.
scan a little
That's
bit
right.
beforehand.
That's right. 2 more
I was
people. Let's
trying to
go.
clear all this whole side.
We got 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes.
Like I didn't see anything.
Yeah, let's just spread.
I'm gonna go run out.
Somebody get a gun away from Chad.
He's gonna shoot everybody. He don't mind.
I missed you.
I feel
It's close.
We'll see if we can get his sunglasses.
Just the film crew.
Oh, my.
I have
Look like you're getting ready to do an Iron One.
I know.
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
You start doing it, and start shooting.
All right, guys, another terminology is targets of opportunity. It's something that we didn't talk about. And what are we supposed to do? Well, targets of opportunity as they present themselves. This chaos. Whoever seen that one horror story where they walked in with a video camera? What was that called?
The Blair Witch
Blair Witch Project. Everyone's getting sick in the theaters because the screen's like. That's how you guys look right now when you guys come in. That's how you feel and think when you're coming in. As we do more of these practices, it's going to be like Paramount professional picture. Everything's perfect and smooth. The only way you can get from this, oh my gosh, is this. Okay? Shooter's on you whenever you're ready.
Stop! Stop! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Shot in. I had a phone.
All right.
Didn't have a gun, but he had a knife.
Get a knife. Weapons. Remember what I told you. Watch what?
Everything around.
Hands. Hands, hands, hands. Hands, hands, hands. Man, this is dynamic. You guys didn't even get a chance to get in the room. Didn't even get a chance. Move them out of the way.
Yeah, don't shoot him.
Move them out of the
Go
way.
down.
So even if he's coming in, go down. I mean, as soon as you guys come in,
to get down. You better stay down.
come in, he's moving in. If he moves in, get down! And move. Guys, look how all this great stuff on the shooting range and everything's like perfect. This is reality. You're going to have to learn how to recoil this weapon system, how to move it around. If you see me, I actually articulate my wrists. Just this little bit of movement can save your life. Just that little bit. And how you bring it back, how you move this way, how you move around objects and everything. This thing weaves like a snake. That muzzle, it weaves around like a snake. and I'm following behind it like a tail. Gosh, I wish it was just. PCDS.
Yeah.
Are you getting this on film?
Unicorns and rainbows.
Erase it.
Yeah, that's the life for kids.
Do not edit that out.
Hey, Rodney won't. Rodney won't. So guys, please understand that, how dynamic this is. It's just, guys, get you to point of dominations, fields of fire, targets of opportunity, target response. Where's the controlled pairs? Where's the, there's one thing reading it and falling asleep and listening to me, and then actually getting in here and doing it. Okay? That's it for class.